It is Jigy TV. I don't even know what the heck I'm doing at this stage of the game. But I am a much better flower than I thought I would be. And it's day number 6. Pick up sticks. And
the middle.
Kansas State Fair 2022 and
electronic devices in your pocket. You can look us up on Edricks.com, or you can come out there to the bed and breakfast. You can stay in the zebra room, the camel room, take tours of the whole farm, see all the breeding animals. You might even see the truck loading out or the ones coming in. You just never know what's going to happen at our place. You betcha. All righty, got a question for you. How many of you have seen a pig race before? Okay, good. A lot of repeat. How many of you have never seen a pig race? All right, so hey, I think that one young lady raised her hand twice over there. How many of you raised your hands just because you like to raise your hands? Yeah, that's it. You betcha. Okay, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. First thing, remember, there's 3 races, and we'll just be right back to back, so don't anybody get up and leave after that first one, all right? Now, as you can tell, we've got our famous Hog Hilton Hotel right back here. Yes, sirree. That's where the stars of the show are back there preparing right now. They're talking to each other. They're doing their stretching. They're getting all their game plans set up, ready to go. And here in a little bit, you know, I remember, I just forgot something. I forgot to introduce my partner in swine. Yes, sirree. Hey, folks, here's Brother Elroy. You betcha. Oh, Brother Elroy is in charge of these pigs. He trains them, he feeds them, and he does that other job back there in the trailer, too. You betcha. So if everything goes just right, Brother Elroy's the man. If something don't go just right, Brother Elroy's still the man. Yes, sirree, you betcha. Now, I understand this crowd's a little young for Brother Elroy, but some of you older gals, he is still single. I said older gals, young lady. But you get done with this race, you might find out why. Yes, sirree. You betcha. Okay, now back to my mistake there. Let's get back here. Oh, Brother Elroy, he'll bring them down here. He'll put them in the paddock back here. He'll put them in the starting gates. He'll put those racing silks on them. We got red silks, white silks, blue silks, and yellow silks. And I'll get to that in a little bit here with you. That's where all you folks are going to come in out here. He'll put them in these here starting gates. I'm going to reach over here to this here electronic device, and old Bugle Boy is going to call them to post. Then I'm going to get them in here. I'm going to rattle these gates, and I'm going to throw this here lever wide open like that. Them pigs are going to come running and a bumping, slipping and a sliding down around that curve. Now you folks on that curve, sometimes that's not all sawdust that comes applying, so you want to be a little careful. And then they're going to come down what we call the hand stretch right there to the finish line. Folks, if you got a camera over there, I might need a photo finish once in a while. And you know what they race for? 1 genuine Oreo cookie. Show them the cookie, Brother Elroy. Brother Elroy, you need to be in front of the sign. Now, folks, I warned you. Brother Elroy, would you please show them the cookie in front of the sign? Yes, sirree, right there it is. 1 genuine Oreo. Hey, for the pigs. Now, if any of you want to come down here and help the pigs clean up the crumbs, you know, you can do that maybe later. Yes, sirree. Okay, Brother Elroy's going to bring them down here. And this is where I got to give you all some instructions right here. Now, we're going to divide this group right there at the end of this section over here, these two sections. And well, in the middle of them. You've got some red shakers over here, right? All righty. Boy, I might not keep my hat on here. Hope you guys are on hat patrol back here. Every time I mention number red or number 1, I need this section to root, holler, and carry on. Let's have a little practice here, okay? I think they think this is a time-delayed show here. Okay, down here at number 2, the white section. Let's practice a little. Okay, there we go. Number 3 over here in the blue section. Okay, yellow section, you see what you gotta beat. So let's go. Alrighty, there we go. Yes, sirree. I'll tell you now, you gotta remember, root for your pigs as we go here, alright? Okay, let me introduce the stars of the show to you here this first race. In gate number 1, wearing the red silks. You folks all might have him right at home in your refrigerator. Here we've got Oscar Meyer. Red section. Okay, number 2, wearing the white silks. This guy was a famous singer before he got into the sausage business. Here we've got him, Jimmy D. And in number 3, one of my personal favorites, here we've got Crispy Bacon! You bet. And in number 4, you know, we could find a lot of this right here on the fairgrounds. Here we've got her, Barbecue! Alright, folks. Okay, we'll see if old Bugle Boy can call him to post. And they're off! Number 3 taking the lead going around the corner. Number 4 is coming into his. Number 3, wire to wire. Yes, sirree. Boy, now he didn't slow down a bit, did he? He come right on around there. Yes, sirree. Now they'll get back up there and they'll go back to their hog hill. You know, they got a pretty good life. They run about 5 seconds, you know, go back.
I'm Donald Rome. But I referred to him, I said, we got this one guy. And I said, he just won't shut up. I said, he didn't shut up when he was president. He don't shut up.
He don't shut up now?
And I said, here we got him, Donald Rumpin. I usually get a few cheers on that.
We are here at the Kansas State Fair, JAG TV, and Hendrick's Pig Races, the racing pigs. And I'll tell you, you are amazing when you're doing the thing. You are having a blast.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend.
Well, I'm stage name. I'm Brother Leroy.
Brother Leroy.
Yes, sir.
So, it is band day here at the fair. How do you know what I love is that when the bands come by, if they're too loud, you just slow down and just let them do their thing.
I just let them go by. I'll tell the people, I said, let's just enjoy them. And you know, it takes about 10, 15 seconds for them to walk by. The people enjoy them, and I learned a long time ago, you can't out-announce them.
That's right. So, tell me a little bit about the pig races. This has always been a huge part of the Kansas State Fair. It is amazing. You guys do this, 3-4 times a day?
5.
5. Wow.
Excuse me. Yeah, actually 5 times. That's kind of our normal routine.
Yeah.
You know, we travel all over the country. We're in the middle of the state fair runs right now.
Okay.
And this past month we've been in Springfield, Missouri, Sedalia, Missouri, Grand Island, Nebraska, and now here. We're actually home here.
Yeah.
Our base is right here out of Nickerson, Kansas. So we're home.
So, what do you think of these, as we're kind of hearing the marching bands come by, have you seen any impressive bands this morning?
You know, I have. I've seen some, and they haven't always been the big bands.
Yeah. bald caps on. That is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Well, I gotta admit, I haven't seen that.
I have not seen bald caps on the band, but that is pretty amazing. That's a new one, yes.
I'm wondering if that was a lining for a big hat that they wore sometime or something, you know. Not like they're not a very big band, but they're playing, they're having fun, you know.
It's
and I always enjoy these kids who are musicians, because the day those talents were passed out, I was absent. So.
Yes. So, the pig race is fantastic. Tell me a little bit about what you guys do. First of all, how do you come up with the names for the pigs? Because you're not reading up a script, baby. You're just going straight in it. So.
Well, I do have a list of the names because I've got so many of them up there, you know. But it's just like, I mean, you've done enough of them. You don't need the script, and it's just names we've thought of over the years. And you've always kind of got to evolve that script just a little bit.
Yes.
I've got some names here, some old actors. Well, half of these people like, who's that?
That's right.
And some of these new folks, I really don't want to publicize some of them very much.
Yeah.
And so the Sesame Street always goes over.
Sesame Street's good.
The Sesame Street, the Oscar Mayer and the Jimmy Dean. Everybody knows who that is.
Yeah.
And I got some old time racers. I've got Squealy Nelson. I've got Mario Hamretti.
That's awesome.
I've got Lance Hamstrong.
That's
And
right.
Got Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run, And I had a bunch of young ones the other day. I said, y'all seen that movie? Who are you even talking about? I said, well, you need to look it up. You need to go watch Forrest Gump.
As a great man once said, Google the internet.
Yeah. Just be careful what you Google.
That's right. So, what does it take to get this all set up when you guys first come in?
Well, I'll tell you what. Everything here fits in that trailer.
Wow.
So there is kind of a precise way. You got to unload and unload. If you've got a good crew, you can set this up in a little over 2 hours. If you don't have an experienced crew, it takes a little longer.
So you handle this area.
Yeah.
When you're not pig racing, what are the pigs just in their pens?
Yeah, they're just back there snoozing. They're fed and watered after every race.
Yeah. You guys take extremely good care of the pigs.
You bet we do. They've got fans on them. They've got real big, high-powered fans that, in the real hot weather, are capable of some misters. And they like that old cool sawdust, and they're just pretty comfortable in it. And of course, they got to spill their water tubs,
Oh yeah.
And
that's
just a hog.
I love the fact that when I think it was the second race, I think it was number 3. He was bound to determine. He was getting out of that fence.
Oh yeah.
And he was doing all he could. And when you guys finally let him out of there, he went to town.
I actually a year ago had a set of pigs, and I had a jumper.
Oh really?
He tried to jump the gates back from. We'd look around and he'd be out here in the middle of the track or out there. Yeah, we didn't take him up that road anymore.
One of the things I love about pigs is they are a smart animal.
They are very intelligent. I joke about them making good pets. But
I've known a few people who have had pigs, and they are phenomenal.
They really are. And people that really like to do all the composting and stuff, I tell you what, if you've got a place you can put it, you put all that compost out there and those pigs and their fertilizer and stuff, and they'll do it all. You don't have to go buy all that fancy barrels and tubs and everything else, And let's face it, people waste a lot of food. Yes. And those pigs will clean all that up.
Well, and I'll tell you, the whole composting
and they love sweets.
thing. Yeah.
You see what they do to that cookie?
Oh, you know what I thought was great? I think it was the second race. The first one had won, and he just blew by the cookie.
Yeah.
And the rest of them were all over it.
Well, he knows that there's something else waiting in the trailer.
So how long have you been doing all this?
Well, I'm just a helper. Joe Hedricks is the main man in charge, and Joe's been doing it basically all of his life.
Yeah.
His dad was a rodeo clown, and Joe also was a rodeo clown, and then a school teacher for several years.
Which, in the state of Kansas,
And
at least you've got the skills.
That was
Rodeo
back.
clown to go into teaching.
That was back in the middle 70s.
Yep.
Actually, Joe Hedricks was my shop teacher when I was a junior.
That is
senior in high school.
phenomenal.
Back in the 70s. And we've been just lifelong friends. And I live close by him. I help him out now and then.
Yeah.
I don't go up and down the road with him.
Yeah.
But I help him haul something or go to special shows and stuff.
That's awesome.
And I enjoy it. And as you've seen, you watch the people.
Oh, it's great.
It's just so much
It's
fun.
phenomenal. People love it. It's like when I first got here, you had some people in the stands, and then right before the race,
right before
place
the race,
sold out.
It just fills up. And we start that music 10 minutes ahead of time.
Yep.
And when we start that music, people know. And it comes. I'm kind of looking forward to later in the day. We're going to have a lot of these kids here, these band kids.
Yep.
And they can be pretty enthusiastic, and it'll just where else can you go that you basically can bring anybody from a little child to extreme adult, and all have the same fun, all enjoy this. I've got adults who come back here after the year too. We just got to see the big races.
Got to see the big races.
Yeah, got to see the big races.
That's awesome.
And we're kind of getting down to the end of our state fair run. We'll leave here. We'll go to the Texas State Fair at Dallas.
That's awesome.
26 days. Yes, it is. We take a very large petting zoo down there in the pig races.
Yeah.
And the Texas State Fairgrounds encompasses the Cotton Bowl.
Wow! I did not know that.
And there is 2 home football games during the Texas State Fair.
Oh, Jesus, what a nightmare all that is.
Oh, man, I tell you, if you folks want to see some people, you just come down there and see us. And then that pretty well wraps up our state fair. We get a little break then, the last part of October, first part of November.
Yeah.
And then we actually have a big Christmas season. We do lots of nativity scenes. We do lots of churches. We go to some big mega churches for their Christmas thing. We'll take our camels and donkeys and other little animals down through the sanctuary, across the stages. Do a lot of 1-2 night stands here within close driving distance.
That's awesome.
Actually, we get pretty busy the middle of December.
I think that's phenomenal.
And everybody doesn't realize this is in training. All these animals that are around the summer, they're being trained and do that. We just don't go catch an old goat and put a lead rope on them and take them down to the church. Same way.
Takes a lot of time and effort.
These camels, we walk them things right through the door. We go right down the aisle and put spotlights on them.
Yeah. And they got to be prepared.
They've had a little training
that.
for that.
Yeah.
And we're very busy in Christmas. Some
That's
churches
awesome.
do it every other year. Some do it every year. I personally, several years ago, was in a church in Louisville, Kentucky that the sanctuary held 7,000 people. That was kind of a rude awakening to no country kid.
Well, this has been phenomenal. Thank you for doing this,
bet.
my friend.
You
and
bet.
Thanks for the Kansas State Fair, and thanks for watching KJAG.
You betcha. Well,
you are amazing, my friend. You are quite...